And I'm going to say, forget it. We're going to go live before 10 o'clock, 15 minutes early. Imagine that. I'm not 5, not 10, not 15 minutes late, but 15 minutes early. That might just be as bad as being late. But I digress. We are live right here coming to you direct. This is Tony's Reviews. And we got some things to talk about. Now, the main topic of tonight is Anthony Joshua, where channels have been, but I want to get into this first. And I'm going to do a separate video on this tomorrow, but I want to say it now. Tim Tszyu, Keith Thurman pulled out of the fight earlier today due to an alleged injury. Now, this is very reminiscent to me of what happened with Manny Pacquiao when he was supposed to fight Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence pulled out, Ugas stepped in, and Ugas looked like he had been training for Manny the entire training camp. The entire training camp, it looked like Ugas was preparing for Manny. And I'm scared for Tim. This is exactly what's going to happen again. What's going on, Virtuoso? I'm scared for Tim. The inside fix has been done, and him taking this fight with Fundora is going to, I mean, he can still beat him. We've seen Fundora get put down and not want to get up. But I think this is going to be one of them occasions where Fundora has been preparing for the whole time. And Tim is going to be stepping in there with a guy who's arguably 6'6", and he's going to be unprepared because his training camp was for a completely different style. Meanwhile, Fundora has been training for Tim Tszyu this whole time. And I just think it's a setup. And if I was Tim, I would cancel the fight. I would not go through with it. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet, please. Also, to the playback, I'm going to get on webcam in a little bit. Yeah, I just see this being no different than Manny Pacquiao when he fought Ugas, Tim Tszyu versus Fundora. I think it's a setup. And I think Tim is not going to be prepared. Not saying he will lose. But I think Fundora is going to look like he spent the whole entire training camp preparing for Tim Tszyu. And it's going to be what could have been an easy fight is going to be a very difficult fight for Tim. And if I was Tim, again, I would pull out of the fucking fight. I would not accept it because I think it's a setup. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Not so much. So much craziness is happening in this boxing streets, man. What is going on?
Yeah, no idea. So I don't know if you heard what I was saying about I think this is a setup for Tim Tszyu to lose. But
you think he will lose to Fundora?
No. I think it's a setup. So let me run this back. This is what I was saying earlier, and I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, but I just want to get it out there before anybody says what I say, although they're going to steal it. You know how it goes. But anyways, I digress. So this is reminiscent to me, and we'll get into AJ after this. This is reminiscent to me of when Manny Pacquiao was supposed to fight Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence pulled out. Ugas stepped up. And when Ugas fought Manny, it looked like Ugas had spent every day of his training camp preparing for Manny. Like he already knew he was going to fight him. And Manny lost that fight. Manny looked unprepared. Ugas looked very prepared. And I think this might be the same case where Fundora all along knew he was going to fight Tim. It's going to look like he's been training for Tim the whole training camp. And Tim's going to go in there prepared. Gosh damn, I can't even talk. Tongue-tied.
I could see that because also this would mean they would get that WBO belt, which is, is always like kind of eluded them. PBC, that is. So it could be potential that they can stage like a comeback for Jermell Charlo to come back and maybe clean up the division with no Tszyu there.
Yeah, because we know Charlo doesn't want to fight him. We know that. What's going on, Iceman? If y'all haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up. Yeah.
So then they would have literally all the belts in-house. They would be WBO, WBC, WBA, IBF, I think. Pretty much all those belts would just be on PBC, probably.
Well, Tim is PBC, but not really. He co-promotes with PBC. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So because I feel like he still has like his free agent status type of deal, so he could take his talents elsewhere if he wanted to. But like you said, he co-promotes. So even though he has a co-promotion with PBC, as you said, he still is his own entity.
Right. And I see this going. I'm not saying Tim's going to lose, but I truly believe, AJ, you're just joining. I'm going to run this back by you, AJ, because I just ran it by Prodigal. This is what this reminds me of, how Keith Thurman pulled out at the last moment. This reminds me of when Manny was supposed to fight Earl Spence Jr. Earl Spence pulls out to an injury, and then Ugas steps in. When Ugas stepped in my opinion, it looked like he was prepared for Manny the entire training camp, like he already knew he was going to fight him. And I feel like this is the same thing happening to Tim. Fundora knew he was going to fight Tim, and that's why he stepped up so quickly. How do you feel about that, AJ?
Oh, well, first things first. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, AJ?
Doing good. How about you?
All right. Well, I mean, well, the thing is, like, I'm just confused. Okay, so maybe you guys can give an answer to this just right quick before I give my thoughts. What happened to the fighter that Fundora was going to fight? Is he left without a fight now, or what's going with Usyk? Or
yeah, he's left out in the cold.
Oh, that's fucked up. that's cold.
I
Man.
would think they would have given him like the person next down the line or something.
I feel, I mean, because it's like now I'm hearing the WBC belt might be on the line for the main event too, in addition to Tim's title.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Because it is vacant, so it does make sense. And then Fedora is like the next highest like rated opponent. So
because he was interim champion, but like based off
he
that,
lost it to Mendoza.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like after that, like where would he fall in the ranks? And like, is it? I don't like this honestly. I don't think it's really fair.
But see, that's what's also weird too, because by process of elimination, Tszyu beat Mendoza, so technically he should have been like WBC like interim champion or whatever.
Right.
But I guess if you're a champion, you don't fight for an interim belt. But I don't know.
You're right. He was when he beat Sebastian. But then like I guess the belt wasn't on the line because he challenged for the WBO belt, so I'm not sure if he still is interim champion.
No, but they said I think he walked out with it if I'm not mistaken, or at least announced him as WBC interim champion. I can't remember. But
Tony, can you shed some light? You know any answers or?
You talking about when Fundora lost?
Okay, so when Fedora lost to Mendoza became WBC interim champion.
No, he became the interim champion.
Right, into WBC interim. Then after he fought Tim.
Yeah,
and with the WBO belt on the line. So now is Mendoza still interim champion, or does he still have that belt? Like, what's going on?
Well, I believe this fight right here is for the WBC title.
Right.
Fundora.
Yeah, right. That's what I was saying. I mean, so
yeah, like, the WBO is on the line, and they're now making the WBC vacated title on the line as well.
Right. And I'm just saying, it's like, I don't think it's really fair that Tim gets the shot. I don't know, sorry, not Tim, but Fundora, because he's coming out for KO loss. And I mean, but I guess that's the thing with PBC fighters have the way with the WBC. You can come off a loss.
He did didn't he just win? He just had a comeback win, right?
Who, Fundora?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't fought since that. He got stopped.
Oh, snap. Okay, I thought he had a comeback win.
He never had a comeback fight.
No, the last time he fought was against Mendoza when he looked like Ryan. He just went down and didn't want to get up.
Yeah, he got stretched.
He didn't even get stretched. He got knocked down and he was looking at the ref the whole time, conscious, and just didn't try to get up.
Tony, he got stretched.
He didn't get stretched.
He got stretched.
He lost his leg. He got the fight beat out of him. That's what happened. He got the fight beat out of him. He didn't want to get up. He could have continued, but he didn't try.
Well, I say stretched because he's very tall, and he looked like a tree when he went down. So like, so tree stretched. You know what I'm saying? So
to be fair, that could also be his kryptonite, right? Because we know he may be susceptible to body punches, and what is Tszyu really good at? Body punches.
Hello.
So he's just gonna have a bigger target.
Yep. Anyway, I got Tim beating him. Anyway, sorry, Tony. What was your question? You wanted to know my thoughts on like how Fundora's taking the fight, or?
I just think it's a setup for Tim to lose. I don't
see him losing.
I cannot prove it, but I believe it's going to look no different than the Manny Usyk fight. Usyk to me looked like he had been training for Manny the whole training camp, like he knew he was going to fight him. And I would not be surprised if Fundora gets in his ring and looks like he had trained for Tim Tszyu the entire training camp, and Tim's trying to figure it out in the ring.
I think Tim will beat him. I do. I mean, I was actually, matching him up like a long time ago. Yeah, what's up, D-So? My bad. I'll let you get it in a sec. I mean, but I was actually rating
What's going on, Philip? What's going on, Charles D? Hit the thumbs up if y'all haven't yet. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you good. I was rating. I was just ranking. I always had Tim beating Fundora because the thing is, like, he doesn't. I don't know why he chooses to fight the way he does when he has so much physical advantages over his opponents. I just can't understand this inside the booth shit that he does. I just really don't get it. And if he does that, with Tim, who's a a very good pressure fighter, who's a big puncher, it's not going to turn out well for him. I don't see it going well.
Well, I don't know how true this is, but I believe I heard that Fundora was like a Dennis Rodman, that he was short for a very long time and he grew overnight. So I believe
Also, he had a growth spurt or something like that.
Yeah, I think he was like 5 foot something whenever he started boxing. So he got used to having to be close, and then he grew. So that could be the reason why.
Got it. What's up, Virtuoso?
What's going on, Jay? Yo, Tony, thanks for putting me on, man. What's up, man? Yeah, I don't think this is going to be much of a trip up for Simzu. I think Fundora style plays into his. I would figure that not Tim, Keith would be more of a difficult fight because that guy likes to use the ring whenever he's in trouble, and he's gonna do his best to try to evade pressure. He doesn't like getting hit to the body. Whereas Fundora, he does come in and he does try to make himself a huge target just by trying to fight the dude that he's in front of. Rather than have use the leverage in terms of physical advantages he have, the length and the height. It plays against him. It's not a style that for him it's not sustainable. He's a guy that's supposed to learn how to utilize footwork, try to give himself space to throw straight punches while his opponent's not able to touch him. So I think Zoo is going to even have an easier night, in my opinion. This is a guy who just got knocked out last year, and on top of that, he hasn't fought.
He hasn't even had a comeback fight yet.
Yeah, almost a year it's been since he got knocked out.
And Tim has been very active. We fought 3 times last year.
Yeah,
he's going to be very sharp going in. So.
There's also questions if Fundora is like gunshot now after being like kind of brutal. Not brutally KO'd, but KO'd. I
mean, that's what I was waiting to see. I just want to see how he come back to see how he look. I mean, but now he's going straight into a title shot against honestly probably the top guy in 154. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to end well for him. I mean, like I said, I just don't get.
That's his thing. I'll give him that. He does have the ability to hurt Zoo. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He does. I mean, but how will his I'm just wondering like how his mindset's going to be going in. You know what I mean? Because like, is he?
Well, I don't know. The only thing with Tim is, like with Mendoza, you saw it. Tim can get very reckless and give away his defense when he doesn't feel threatened. And as he progresses in his career, there could come a point in time where that backfires.
Well, it did. Remember his first showcase fight over here? He got dropped.
Terrell Gachet,
He got dropped because of that. Yeah.
But it's fun. I talked to my pops about this, and he saw it too, and I agree with him. He said I was due to nerves, probably. That was just probably due to nerves. When he got put down, he dominated Gachet and beat the shit out of him through the rest of the fight. So that shot just woke him up. Prize US.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think so. I feel like Fundora has enough pop to like if he puts you down, he'll put you down for like good type of deal.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So you can't be reckless with him.
That's the thing. Like if he boxed from range, yes, but he doesn't do that. You know what I mean? I mean, not well enough.
What I'm saying is Tim he'll throw all caution to the wind and he'll just wing them. And like Prodigal is saying, and this is what I was alluding to, like, yeah, he got knocked down, he got up, but there are times when you can walk into a shot and you can't get back up because you put all your weight behind it and they just catch you clean. And when you get in there with a power puncher, somebody who can really hit, it's dangerous to get reckless.
What do you think is a bigger puncher between the two, Tim or Fundora?
Single punch, probably Fundora. I would say Tim for volume.
Got it. I mean, because in the Mendoza fight, he actually showed a decent chin. He took Mendoza's shots pretty well. It's not like he didn't get hit, but Mendoza was touching him up, and he took the shots well.
Yeah, he rolled a lot with those shots too, which I was like, really. Yeah, he rolled with the punches, which I really appreciated.
Yeah, but I think Jamel should have fought him when he had the chance because You know, him having those street fights, that just made him sharper and more, and he
He
got a lot
just has
better.
too momentum. He has too much momentum now. Like,
Yep.
and then Jamel is just on the downslide. So it's
Yep.
like he already reached, like how to quote who said it? Angel Garcia. Your moment was what Costa Zoo when whatchamacall what's his face fought Costa Zoo and lost bad and just kept getting knocked down.
Zab Judah.
Zab Judah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jamel, that was his moment.
He was.
Yeah, he sparked him. Judah got sparked.
He straight did the chicken dance.
Yeah, that was bad. But you know, when that happened, that's when they wanted Mayweather to fight Zoo, and Mayweather showed no interest.
Nope, sure didn't. Make it that what you will, but okay.
But anyways, let's get into the topic. I'm gonna go on a tangent, on a rant, and then y'all can chime in afterwards. All right, I've been seeing this far too much, and I had to make this video. Anthony Joshua, the #1 rated heavyweight right now, because of his performances here of late with Otto Wallin and Francis Ngannou. And I'm gonna say this: no, the fuck he's not. He ain't nowhere close to being #1. How the hell do you beat two guys who ain't even fought Usyk and you get placed above the guy who beat you twice? First and foremost, even if you want to try to drop Tyson Fury's ranking because of how he looked against Ngannou, you can't put AJ above a guy who beat him twice. You just can't do it. It's impossible. If I beat your ass twice, back to back, you're not better than me because you beat up a guy with only 2 boxing matches whenever he got into the ring with you. It doesn't equivalent. Number 2, people are getting so big on what AJ did in Ngannou, what he did to Wallin, saying, oh, he's better than Tyson Fury, blah, 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 blah. But they forget they also have 2 other like type opponents, and that's Klitschko and Dillian White. And in both those fights, Fury looked way better. Way better. In both fights, whenever AJ was against power punchers, he went life or death. See, he looks good against guys who don't have devastating power. And while Ngannou does have punching power, he's not skilled enough
No technique.
to hold them in, to chain them together.
Mhm.
So again, in my opinion, they're 50-50. Both have 2 wins over each other where they look better in the 4 like type opponents that they fought. So when I look at it, AJ, he had Tyson Fury's 3 titles that he vacated when he retired from the sport. AJ got those belts. Tyson Fury never lost them in a ring. Tyson Fury got the WBC title, something that AJ's never held. And he's held on to it. And for all the people who say Tyson Fury never defends, he's defended the WBC title. Now, I look at it like this. Is AJ looking good? Yes, he is. Is he looking dominant? Yes, he is. Is he looking vintage? Yes, he is. Does he look like his confidence is through the roof? Yes, it does. However, you cannot place this dude above a guy who beat him twice back to back and another fighter who's a champion who's still undefeated. Because here's the thing about boxing fans. They have short memories. They have amnesia. They're senile. They got dementia because they all want to ride the wave when it happens. But this story will change in just a few days if Tyson Fury gets in there and mollywops Usyk. Nobody will be like, oh, AJ's better than Tyson Fury if he beats the guy that beat him twice. So this is why I get frustrated with boxing fans. This is where boxing fans be like, oh, you lose, you're a bum. Oh, you win, you're the greatest ever. Bruh, pay attention to what happened in the history. There's no way AJ is #1. There's no way AJ is #2. He's #3 in my opinion. All right, I'm done with my tangent. Y'all can cook.
How did he get rated #1 above Usyk?
By the way, who is rating him #1? Did somebody come out and say
who ranked him?
Who said this?
There's a lot of channels saying that AJ is the #1 heavyweight right now.
No.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, Tony,
in the
honestly,
court of public opinion, I see. Okay.
Yeah, Tony, honestly, like you didn't put a foot wrong. Honestly, I don't really. I pretty much agree with pretty much everything you said. I put AJ at #3 at best, only because he's not a champion. He's not a champion, and he's got no belts.
I'm gonna put Joseph Parker at #3 in my opinion.
I mean, truth be told,
you could honestly.
Parker has had
like in his last 2 wins, those are better than what Joshua gave. They honestly, yeah,
like way better.
Yeah, you could put him in #3 honestly. So at best, Joshua's #3 for the #4 at best, 3 or 4.
You got to think about it like this.
Yeah.
Parker's last loss was to Joyce, and he just beat the guy that beat Joyce twice.
Yep, sure did. He sure did. Yeah,
So I would say that you're right, Prodigal. It is a strong argument to be said that Joseph Parker is number three.
And he got an interim belt. He's WBO interim champ.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Very true. Very true.
Gosh damn, I didn't even think of
that. I forgot all about that. They're Prodigal cooking right now, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it that way too. You know, even though Zhang, has fought AJ, but that was way a long time ago. That was in the amateurs,
Yeah.
All his wins against these guys, those were in the past. But AJ right now, he's been him and Parker have been the most active fighters. You could say, you can make it a, interchangeable argument that hey, they number 3 or 4, and that's all right, because we know who the 2 best heavyweights are so far, and that's the title holders, But Fury his standing is looking a little bit more shaky.
I mean, there's also Hrgovic out there who beat Zhang first.
That's what I'm saying. He's technically
Hrgovic just beat the legendary fighter in Demori, so nobody could beat Demori. That man was amazing.
I mean, again, he also has an interim title.
Tony, man, put down the crack pipe.
I just want to state this real fast. I have a $100 bet. I normally don't bet money on YouTube. However, somebody wouldn't shut the fuck up, so they kept going and going and going and going. So I bet them $100 on Ryan Garcia beating the fuck out of Devin Haney. Just want to throw that out there. Let's come back to the topic.
You about to lose that money?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Devin, I don't think he's that good.
I'll be at the fight, and hopefully, Tony, me being there will change the odds. So hopefully.
I might.
Okay.
Here on my thought process, okay? You ready? Devin got in there with the first guy at the time that was allegedly skilled, and then we found out he wasn't shit, was Santiago, right? When he fought Santiago, I don't care what the scorecard said, he struggled against the jab. That's the first time he fought a guy around his size that was, at the time, just as skilled as him, and he struggled bad. Then he goes on to fight a midget in Gamboa. He wins, arguably all 12 rounds. Then he fights a guy his same size again, who was ring rusted and old in Linares. And he damn near gets put on his ass, and he holds on for dear life for the next 2 rounds. Like a baby holding on to his mama when it's scared, right? That's a guy his own height. That's all, ring rusted, and damn near put him down. Then he goes on to fight a midget in Jojo Diaz. He goes on to fight a midget twice in George Kambosos. He goes on again to fight another midget in Lomachenko, and he goes on to fight another midget in Regis Prograis. There might be a reason why Devin's staying away from people his own size.
Tony, you mind betting me a little cash? We'll keep it small. How about how's 25? How's that sound?
Gosh damn! Everybody want to come. Everybody want to come.
I'll throw in a box of fish sticks. How about that?
That reminds me of South Park from way back.
Oh yeah.
But that was what I was over on another channel, and like the whole entire panel tried to bet me money.
Why you were the only one who was picking Ryan, right?
No. This is a different fight.
Okay.
This was Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. I was like, I don't care how much of a fan y'all are. Terrence, Canelo will beat that ass.
You know what's crazy? Well, us talking about that, and then you heard the rumors of him like fighting Eubank. That would have been crazy.
It would have been, but they dispelled it. Reynoso came out and said that's not happening.
Same thing with Bomac, because Bomac was like, "Well, I trained with guys."
I'll be honest with you, Prodigal. I don't even know if Terrence could beat fucking Eubank at 160.
Well, that's the thing. There's a strong case for him having a tough time with Eubank at 160.
I think he can.
Because he probably can. Like, he's talented enough because Eubank has trouble with, like, craftier boxers. But I feel like Terrence would get put down in that fight.
I don't know. I really.
Well, I mean, see, the thing about Chris, like, he all right, he got his get back in the Liam Smith rematch. I'll give him that. But before, I think his punch resistance now was seriously in question. maybe, and
But
I
I
think.
would think it would be because of that weight cut versus
Yeah,
Conor
yeah.
Ben. Like,
I mean,
his
but then
was
the
on.
rematch, Liam didn't really land on him to test his chin. And I mean,
Yeah,
the second fight,
He had one big
but
shot.
anyway,
He had one big shot in that fight, I think.
but in the first fight, you got to keep in mind, you had two factors. One, he was weight drained. He got, for whatever reason, he still got super small even when the fight was off with Ben. Number two, not only did he take his body lower than he should have ever taken it, he was dominating Smith the whole fight until he got hit by a elbow. And that was the beginning of the end. It wasn't a punch. It was a straight elbow that took him out.
It was an elbow to the temple, and then he got cracked in the jaw, and then that's what dropped
Yep,
him.
and that's all she wrote.
So,
but honestly, I mean, but Chris has been moving very carefully, man. It's like he doesn't really want to fight for titles and test himself.
He needs to fight Janibek. Well, he have to a title right now. I would watch whoever wins between Lara and Zarafa on the 30th. He should get the winner of that fight.
Yeah, that's probably best.
Or just get freaking Charlo, because Charlo's been in hiding. So
does
just
Charlo still have the WBC belt? Does he still have the title?
Does. They will not strip
that's ridiculous.
him for
That's
nothing.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Unbelievable.
What's ridiculous is fucking Munguia fighting Canelo. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I figured you criticized that, Tony.
I mean,
no, because he's not fighting your boy David. He's not. I know. I know. But
I did say it would be co-promoted between PBC and DAZN, and it is. In addition to that, well, Munguia does have the WBO interim title, so and that's a belt Canelo has, the full version of.
What? Beating John Ryder, who already got beat by Canelo?
Wait, McGee has the interim belt?
Yeah, he has an interim belt, I think.
Oh,
that's
shit.
how it usually happens.
Oh, I know that.
When they fight a common opponent, they usually hype up the next fight,
Yeah.
But,
well, I still got Canelo beat McGee anyway. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
So.
Yo,
I got Canelo.
Is trash. That dude is so fucking trash.
Canelo's gonna have a field day with him. Watch.
But the crazy part is, I gotta err on the side of conspiracy. Wouldn't it be crazy if Canelo takes the L for Munguia?
Yeah, it'll be funny. I'll be laughing.
I don't care who he loses to. I hope any one of these fucking cherries beat him.
Tony, you sound real mad there, man. You okay? You all right?
I'm irritated.
It's the Benavidez. It's the Benavidez fight.
It is.
I know.
What irritates me the most is the Canelo disciples. They will never call this dude out. Like, they was all bitching and moaning, like, oh, well, I'll call him out if he fights Munguia. Then all of a sudden, Munguia beats John Ryder, who had just lost Canelo, and now it's okay. He doesn't need to fight Benavidez. Then Canelo comes out and says, oh, there'll always be somebody else. There'll always be somebody else. They'll always want me to fight somebody else. No, for the last 4 years, we've been asking you to fight the same person.
That's true. He was supposed to fight Benavidez before he chose Bivol, and so that was a cherry pick he chose wrong.
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
Because he was supposed to fight Benavidez then, and then he decided to do Bivol, and then went wrong for him, and then he's just been picking up the pieces ever since then.
I mean, I think honestly, you know what I think it is? I think the fact that he lost the Bivol, he's going to be more careful now with who he fights, since he took another L.
I don't believe that at all. I believe he thinks he'll lose, and he.
Well, right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, not the fact that he lost. He took another route. Like, maybe the fact that now he sees, Benavidez and these other guys being more dangerous.
Canelo never wanted to be undisputed until Benavidez was stripped. He never wanted to be undisputed in any weight class. Then all of a sudden, when Benavidez gets stripped and he can fight Callum Smith, the brother of Liam, who we were talking about earlier, when he can fight him for the WBC title on the line in a vacated match, all of a sudden he wants to be undisputed. It means everything in the world to him. Why didn't he do it at 154? Why didn't he do it at 160? Why didn't he try to do it when he won the title against Kovalev at 175? All of a sudden, when the biggest threat at 168 is now out the picture, now he wants to be undisputed.
I mean, allegedly he tried to do it at 160, but I think the IBF tried to block that deal.
Yeah. They blocked him because I think they wanted him to fight who was it? Derevyanchenko, I think.
Yeah, and Andre had the WBO, but popular opinion states that Canelo was ducking that fight.
He was.
Yeah, he called him what did he call him? A shitty fighter or something like that? He said he was.
He was like, I know, you want payday.
I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
But
you can't.
Tony, I'm sorry to tell you, but Demetrius is finished. I really don't see him doing
He
anything
said
else.
he's coming back at 160. He's supposed to be fighting back at
Nah,
middleweight.
that's a bad idea. I don't think
You know
he's
what?
too big. He's too big.
Just put him in with Hamza Shariz or something like that.
I got
I'm
Hamza
gonna tell you
Shiraz in
this
that
right
fight.
now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Regardless how he looked against Benavidez, he would still beat Canelo.
Mhm. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, the thing is, like,
Canelo will
like,
never be able to hit him. He'll never be able to hit him. He'll dance around him all night, just like Beetle, just like Mayweather, just like
but Tony,
Lara.
his gas tank is shit, though. I mean,
I think he also his punch resistance is a little shaky too.
I mean,
'cause
the thing is,
gets hemmed up
he's
a
not big
little
or durable enough to be 168 anyway. I mean, he's too big for 160, and he's not big or durable enough to be 168.
His gas tank is shit when he's got a 220-pound fucking heavyweight laying on him like Benavidez. Okay, the pressure of Benavidez, yeah, is shit. I got you.
But he gassed in the Liam Williams fight too.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
tired.
he loses shape,
after
you
a
know,
while,
like in
he
the
started
He always
getting
gasses. He'll start out fine, but he'll gas.
When was the last?
How many times did he drop him though?
Liam Williams?
Yeah,
He dropped him twice.
One time, just once.
That was like
I
3
thought it
years
was twice,
ago,
or at least twice.
It was an early second round. He put him down. That was it. But then like he faded, and Liam actually came back into the fight. And hurt
almost knocked him out.
That fight was so boring. I went to go fuck a hooker.
For real, seriously. I think I went to go make some toast.
Gosh damn. I don't know, man. Fuck Canelo. Canelo, biggest hype job in the history of boxing.
But let me ask y'all this right quick. Who believes Keith is injured? I don't. I think he knew he was about to get folded.
I do.
Because it's a bicep injury. It's like, come on, man.
No, he knew he was about to get folded. That's what I think. So
he did. There ain't no way. Keith, no time Thurman. Like, come on, bro.
Just retire, man.
He used to be one-time Thurman, man.
He's pretty much been retired this whole time.
He's semi-retired for like the last 4.5 years.
He's been retired a long time.
Like him and Danny Garcia, the only part-time fighters now. Like that's it.
The thing about Keith is he lost to Manny. He struggled at times against Mario Barrios, who was like the most trash fighter I've ever seen.
Barrios hurt him in the fight. Can you believe that?
He's a decent journeyman. I'll give him that.
Like Barrios is like the youngest gatekeeper I've ever seen in the history of boxing.
Yeah,
like,
the gatekeeper. Yeah, he's a gatekeeper.
Real. Seriously.
He's horrible. The dude is horrible. In any weight class, he fights that. The only reason why he's known is because they bigged him up to fight Tank as if he was a real champion, but he wasn't because Josh Taylor was undisputed at the time.
Facts.
And yeah, so when you look at that, there ain't no way Keith was going to get in there with the elite of the 154. Ain't no way.
Damn, that was going to be fun to watch too, man. I was looking forward to seeing him getting steamrolled.
Same.
I mean, just to watch this guy do the moonwalk, if he gets touched to the body, okay.
I mean, seriously, like, I think Tim was going to hit him so hard that Keith was no longer going to, lisp when he talks. Like, just imagine him talking normal. But anyway, onwards. I mean, who y'all got in the other Rolly Isaac Cruz fight?
Cruz.
I got Cruz. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just don't trust Rolly, and his ability to manage fights. He does things that just gets him in trouble. Like leave his chin up in the air when he's trying to throw, because he does swing wildly. He got power, but just.
Well, listen. After he got beat up by that 50-year-old dude who had a cigarette in his mouth the whole time, it's a done deal for Rolly.
I mean, like the most see that just exposes how garbage he really is. Because, like, all right, I'm gonna state my opinion on this. I think I said this before. I don't. What was the guy? He was supposed to fight Alberto Puello, right? I don't think he popped. I think they set him up. I honestly think they set him up because like that was a risk. I was picking Puello to beat then Rolly in that fight.
Because you know what's funny, Jay? They don't even test fighters, man.
Yeah.
They keep
exactly.
Hush, exactly. They don't. Most of the fighters are not on VADA. They're not enrolled in that. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe that these guys just all of a sudden now fight's closing in, and all of a sudden there's a hiccup. Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yep. But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I felt the same way about Anthony Joshua whenever Dillian White and Helenius popped back to back, and now Dillian White's been cleared. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's funny shit going on in boxing.
It is.
it's not much of a.
Well, you said it last time, Tony, when we was talking about commissions. Not every commission's testing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. I mean, but just right quick. I mean, just to finish my point right quick. So I think they set up Puello. They got him out to fight. Okay, so but none of all that whole thing was just a conspiracy to put his belt in Rolly's hands. Because then they put him in with Barroso, who's who looks like who's 40 but looks like he's 80, and he gets in there. He's outboxing Rolly, drops him in the third, and is winning on all the cards. Oh, so then they do the next most foul shit, and probably in a boxing ring. They put the magnificent legend Tony Weeks in there and prematurely stop the fight when no punches are landing.
Yeah, and Tony did that a couple of times in a row within that short time span too.
He just did it with Virgil Ortiz. With Virgil Ortiz, he just did it. Yeah.
Barroso came back and beat Davies. Like he fucked him up.
Yeah.
He did.
So maybe Barroso's getting like that fucking second wind in his life. Like I don't know.
Maybe he's having an Indian summer or something. Like who knows? Like
that Cinderella man story. Like
that's what I'm saying. He's the hype man. He's the one that is like, yo, you can still do this boxing even at an advanced age and be a champ.
But Isaac's got to take that belt off Rolly. He's got to take that belt off his hands. Like Rolly does not deserve to have that title.
I don't think Cruz is that good either, though. I really
no, they're not. No, he's not. They're both trash. I mean, Cruz is limited.
I'm gonna be back, guys. I'll be back.
For sure.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz is limited too. I mean, but it's like, but that's why honestly I kind of find the fight a little intriguing because they both kind of suck. But that's just the it factor about it, you know.
Yeah.
But either way, I want Isaac to win. I mean, I've always enjoyed his fights. I mean, like afterwards, I got kind of on the hype, like his hype train a bit after the Tank fight. And I was watching a lot of his. He's entertaining. He's got a real fan friendly style. He's limited. I mean, in any decent boxer in there will beat him. But he's got a fun style. He's really enjoyable to watch. So
I will say this. In my opinion, Rolly's not that bad. Rolly is not that bad of a fighter because hold on. While you say he was out. I don't give a fuck what the scorecards say. He outboxed Tank every single round until he got knocked out. He was beating Tank. Beating Tank.
That's true. That's true. But you can say that
nobody expected him. The problem with Rolly is he's very undisciplined, and he'll start doing that. And then that's the beginning of the end when he starts doing that shit. But
like he swallowed a bird or something. Like
Virgil Ortiz. I'm not big on Virgil Ortiz. I don't think he's that good. Him and his rhabdo, like I don't know about Virgil.
He needs to get his ass back in the ring because I was saying Tony Weeks had another incident with Virgil in his last fight where yep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. No punches landed. But I've always questioned Virgil Ortiz because they never put him in there with power punchers. They always put him in there with guys who can't punch. And then him having rhabdo back to back. This dude, like, I wouldn't fight Virgil unless he was on every PED testing under the sun. Whenever I find out that that's what he keeps suffering from.
You know what would have been a decent fight? I mean, the one that was announced that never got made. I think the WBC ordered him versus Avanesian. I actually really liked that when it was announced. I thought that would have been a good. I was picking Virgil to win, but I thought that would be a good gauge for him.
I just wanted to see Virgil fight Stanionis. Now Stanionis.
Oh yeah, that would have been it. That would have been it right there. Yeah.
How long has Stanionis been on the shelf?
Oh my God,
a long time, dude. And he still has that.
What was his last fight against Butayev? That was like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame. That's a shame, man.
But that's the problem with all the PBC fighters.
They're always inactive. Insane, man. It's like, God, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody who fights with PBC, prepare to be on the shelf for like ever. Your whole boxing career, basically.
They might as well just buy a couch and just
literally.
There you go. Here's the couch because you're going to be waiting a while.
Get a timeshare or something like that. This is the person's who's time to fight. Timesharing.
What up, Jay Ruse? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
What's going on, Jay Ruse?
Right.
I'm just chilling, man, enjoying the conversation, man. I just came in, so I missed about but probably like 30 minutes.
Oh no, we're just talking about the Thurman Zoo getting canceled and just some other shit. AJ, so be people saying AJ is the #1 heavyweight. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Man, I kind of, as far as the Keith Thurman thing, man.
You think he's injured?
Yeah, I think he's about at the end of his rope. I mean, he's having like one fight every 3 years, so I think it's about time for him to just hang it up. But
Agreed.
yeah. And as far as AJ Fury, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with AJ on that one because this is a different kind of beast right now. This AJ is like almost better than before because he's not as wild. So he goes in there and he just kind of like a silent assassin now.
When you say before, are you talking about before, like when he was just coming up, or like him in like kind of the middle of the road?
Yeah, kind of like when he fought Klitschko. I think this version's a little better because he was good in the Klitschko fight, but he was getting caught with shots. And if Klitschko had stepped on the gas, he probably could have finished AJ. But I think this version right here, he just seems to be fearless. He doesn't seem nervous. I mean, any other guy would have been shaking in there with Francis Ngannou, and he just went in there like he was fighting a welterweight. He's like, hey, I don't care who you knocked out. He just went in there and you kind of hear Francis Ngannou's kind of trying to say he was drugged, kind of.
What?
No, I didn't hear that at all.
He said he was drugged?
He's trying to imply that because he was on the MMA Hour and he just kept saying, I just felt so sleepy and I was in the dressing room like, why am I sweating and I'm sleepy? And I was like, dude,
bruh.
Right, dude.
I don't want to hear that. He's probably been acclimated to the Saudi.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, I don't want to hear that.
You know what? And Tyson Fury was there too, ringside. Oh man, he done gave him the Deontay Wilder water. Fuck. Here we go again. Strapped in for the roller coaster. I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this. I disagree, Jay. I disagree fully because here's the problem. Tyson Fury's about to fight Usyk. If Tyson Fury goes in there and knocks out Usyk, nobody's gonna say AJ's close to him.
So you got Fury over Usyk?
Oh yeah, he gonna fuck him up.
I got Usyk.
Me too.
Look,
that's a third. I got Usyk as well.
Fury's gonna exploit that body. He gonna tear them guts up like he just getting out of prison.
Hey Tony, how's he gonna do that when he doesn't throw body punches?
You know what, AJ? I said the same shit when he fought Dillian White. He never throws uppercuts. And what the fuck did he throw?
Dylan White's always been knocked out by uppercuts. We know this.
No. Tyson Fury never throws uppercuts, but in that fight, he threw an uppercut.
I could throw an uppercut and knock out Dylan White.
I mean, that might be true.
I saw Usyk training to take body shots. They just kept hitting him over and over, so he's preparing for that.
Well, I mean, see, the thing is, like, if you try to land Usyk's body, like his high range, he's gonna catch on to that, and that just leaves you open to counters. That's just what's gonna happen. That's honestly how I see it. You know, if he would have risked hitting him with body shots, who's gonna pick up on it? Plus, I'm sure he's preparing for like all measures of approach to this fight anyway. But everybody's saying like, oh, he's gonna lean on him the body shot. I mean, I'm telling you, he's gonna be ready for all this. I think he will be.
Did you see the face off a while back where Usyk picked him up off the ground? He's showing him like, hey, dude, like, don't think I'm some little weak dude.
Yeah, that's nice and all that he could pick him up one time, but after he has to pick him up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times, we're gonna see how the legs still look.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Fury does look like he's in good shape. I've never seen him so trim.
He is in good shape, but does that mean that he's going to be the way he was before?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? I mean, you could get in shape, but will you still be able to move the way you did? We used to have the craftiness, the same, herky-jerky looseness that he used to have. I'm not so sure.
It might be kind of a dull fight. It might be just two guys like sitting there fainting and posing, and it might not be that action-packed, to be honest. I'm hoping it is, but both of them are such like chess players. They might just be downloading information until like round 9 and then start unloading. Who knows? I'm hoping it's not boring, but I want to see some guys go in there and try to knock each other's heads off, and I don't know if we'll get that with Usyk Fury.
Oh, but we've been waiting for this fight for the longest. Honestly, I'm starting to get tired.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Can we just get an undisputed heavyweight champion?
Virtuoso, I just went to his channel. Good to see that he's live. I was asking about him the other day. Like, I hadn't seen him in so long, making sure he was still healthy, but he looked healthy in the video, so that's good.
Yeah, man, he just grew a bit of an afro. I just hope it doesn't. His hairline's still there. But yo, it's good to see. Speaking of my sports talk, man, that dude was a YouTube boxing community OG, man. Respect him a lot.
Yeah, I told him I just put a message on the channel. I was like, swing through, we live. I don't know if I do it or not, but he's welcome.
Yeah, he's out with his family. Yeah.
3 pumps. George Kambosos is gonna shock the world.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That's probably
what
Loma's
he
easiest
can make
fight.
it a tough fight for Loma a bit,
Maybe for maybe a round or two, but no, I think Loma's going to dominate him. Honestly.
Oh, I should bring this up. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Sullivan Barrera got knocked out badly.
By
a couple days ago. The Serbian guy who got knocked out by Beterbiev.
Right.
Beterbiev.
That was on a Pro Box TV.
Yeah,
right?
it was on a Pro
Oh yeah, I heard about
TV.
that card. Yeah, I heard about that card. Didn't
It
know
was
the
a
results
really
of the
good
fight.
card, actually.
What's the name of the guy who knocked him out? Who?
I think like So Lucky or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Man, okay,
But
so
he got
he need to retire.
Sullivan Barrera had one of those B-hop type knock. He got knocked through the ropes, basically.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn. I was saying he needed to hang him up after Zerto beat him.
I think that might be the nail in the coffin. This knockout.
He's done.
Yeah.
Oh, Kalajic. Oh yeah, that guy. Oh
yeah.
Damn, he knocked him. Okay, wow. Damn, he's still fighting? Shit.
All I know is Canelo fans are about to find out very quickly why Canelo picked Beeble over Better Be. He's gonna go in there and spark that dude, and then everybody gonna see again. He's a cherry picker.
Did you guys see Andre Ward on the Breakfast Club? He was going in on Canelo, man.
Of course he is. Of course he was. Of course he was.
Everybody is coming for Canelo right now. Everybody.
I've got Andre Ward way lower in my like scale than fucking Canelo. Like Andre Ward to me is the most overrated fighter who's ever fought.
Yeah.
You know,
The fact that hold on. The fact that this dude made it to the Hall of Fame over James Toney is atrocious.
Oh no. I mean, because I watched just sorry, but my bad, just right quick. I watched some of because honestly, because I hadn't actually seen a lot of Andre Ward's fights, so like not that long ago, I made it a hobby to watch him. It's like he's decent. I don't really see anything that honestly stands out. Like he's
watch him more carefully. Watch him more carefully. This is Andre Ward. Elbow, forearm, nut punch.
Yep.
But
I know.
Elbow,
I don't want to give the dirty. I didn't want to mention the dirty tag.
To me, he was at his best during like the Super Six. Like his apex was when he beat Carl Froch.
Yeah. That was probably his best performance.
The Cobra.
Yeah.
Andre Ward
because Carl Froch became way better afterwards.
And he said he could beat AJ easily. Andre Ward said he could beat AJ.
Cap.
Wait,
yeah, he was supposed to go up to heavyweight. That was the crazy thing.
He was like,
AJ puts his ass into a coma.
Yeah, because he was like, I used to spar with my brother, and he was a heavyweight, and he could punch. I was like, your brother wasn't a world champion. It's like, okay, he could punch. That's not Joshua, but he seems to have something against AJ. Like he seems like he never really liked Anthony Joshua. So whatever he does is like, well, I could beat him, and he's not that good.
If you're a professional boxer,
this is the problem.
Yeah.
Even on the professional level with professional world champion boxers, they spar heavyweights, but they don't realize their heavyweights treat them like females. They're holding back. They're not in there trying to kill them. Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah, you're beating them up. But this dude ain't even loading up on you. He ain't using his weight on you. He ain't leaning on you. He ain't holding you and hitting you. He ain't doing what he would do in a real fight. And they get this. This is why I said, because they be like, oh, Terrence Crawford, he spars super middleweights. It's different. Get in there with Canelo and find out. Weight matters. Like, no.
I mean,
sorry.
for sparring, you always
Except
hold back. It's not real.
Except to Jaya Pataya, as we all know.
Yep.
I got Crawford over Canelo, by the way. I say Crawford stops him in 8.
Whoa.
He'll walk through. He'll walk through.
Have you seen Crawford? Like, this dude be wrestling dudes way bigger. He's got the strength of a heavyweight, man. Crawford's like a special dude.
Look, Jay, it ain't gonna fucking matter. Crawford gonna look just like Charlo. He gonna hit
Oh,
Canelo.
no
Listen to me. Just
way.
listen to me real fast. He's gonna hit Canelo. Canelo's not even gonna fucking blink, and Canelo's gonna hit him with one shot, and he's gonna be like, "Oh my fuck, this is what it's like." And he's gonna be on the back foot the whole fight.
He might get Amir Khan, is what Tony's probably trying to say.
For one, Canelo doesn't let his hands go anymore. He just sits in there and, like, by the time he figures Crawford out, he'll just be looking up at the ring lights. And plus, Crawford's walking around at 180, so people keep acting like Canelo's so much bigger. He's really not. He's really not a bigger guy than Canelo. We thought Spence was going to be so much bigger. Then by the time they got in the ring, Crawford actually looked more muscular than Spence.
Yeah, but that's two guys within the same weight class that we thought one was bigger than the other. They both fought at 147. You're talking about Crawford is going to go up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo. 3, not within the same. And then I'll say this. I don't know how big Canelo is outside the ring, but what I do know is when Canelo fought Kovalev years ago, Oscar said he walks around 185, 190.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard the same.
He's like a cruiserweight he's a cruiserweight in the fights usually.
Right now, I would not be surprised if Canelo on a day-to-day is over 200 pounds.
He definitely is. You just see in like his like body structure and his density. Like he has like a better like bone like density like for his size. You know.
Hey, real quick, 3 pumps. Tony, who today can beat Calzaghe? I would say the only one that stands a chance is Better Beef. If we're talking about 175. If we're talking about 168, I think Joe runs through them all.
Yeah.
How about Morrell? Do you rate Morrell?
Nah, he ain't beat nobody.
What about and Billy?
Oh no. Yeah.
Now, I will say this. In Billy, Better Be, they have the same trainer. And in Billy, that's a big boy. That's a big dude.
Here's the thing about him, Billy, though, that kind of worries me. I think his he doesn't take the best punch. Like the Carlos Gongora fight showed us that, because he got buzzed a few times in that fight, noticeably.
Yeah,
good fight.
Yeah. That pressure style could
even in his last fight, he was getting hit up by that British dude too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, like, his pressure style, it's leaky though in defense. He'll throw like one shot, but leave himself open too much.
Yeah,
he can counter.
That's what I mean. Like he's gonna get countered just by leaving him sitting open just by swinging wildly.
Yeah. But I will say this: in Billy, he throws a lot of shots, and contrary to standard belief, he proves that you can be muscle bound and never get fucking tired. Because this dude is 100 every round. He goes 100.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's like all this guy throws is knockout punches. Like,
and
for real.
He hits
like,
you everywhere. He hits you on the arm, the neck, the eye, everywhere.
Hey,
I like him, Billy. I like him a lot.
Put Demetrius in the ring with him.
Hey Tony, don't you get sick of that theory that like muscle slows you down? And why even train? Like, if you're better off going in there like looking like Andrew Ruiz, everybody should just why train? Like, who needs muscle? And then they say muscle hurts you when you're boxing. And what's the first thing they do at a weigh-in? They make a muscle.
They all flex.
They all flex. If muscle's bad, you shouldn't be flexing.
If you think about the greatest fighters of all time, 80% of them are fucking muscle bound for the weight class. All of them are muscle bound.
Yeah, that's true. Look at Evander Holyfield. Look at Ika Beabuchi.
Mm-hmm.
Young George Foreman.
Yeah, George Foreman.
I mean, listen, a lot of people.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Even Lewis.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
Yo, when Ali fought, right, when he was on his comeback trail, most people remember him, by that time period, and that's when he had his dad bod. But before the exile, man, he was ripped, man.
He was. Yeah. He was. Ken,
Well,
Ken,
think
Ken,
about,
Ken Norton
think
is another
about.
one. Ken Norton is another one.
To
I was
me,
about to bring it up.
hold
I
on.
was
To
just
me,
about to
to
say that,
me,
AJ. I was about to
that was
say, think
Ali's.
about Ken Norton, who made it
Right.
Ali a household name. That dude
Yep.
was
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
But
big.
but let me say this. To me, before he was in exile, I think that was his athletic peak. I think that was his physical peak. And I think that guy could probably beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It
I think
was. He also, I mean, because he developed his own like kind of Ali form of boxing, if you want to call it that. And then like when he came back, it just wasn't the same. So he like left at his peak.
Yeah.
Things like, I mean, the thing about like Prime George is that he just wasn't a big puncher. He had this, he would move around like really methodically and kind of like maneuver his opponents in the punching range. He did this to Joe Frazier like several times during their fight, like just moving him into his shots and like just not letting Joe get close
Yeah.
with his shit.
famous.
So
Yeah.
he was real crafty when he was in his prime, honestly.
See,
Yeah.
my honest opinion has always been a prime Ali would get destroyed against a prime Mike Tyson. And the reason for that is I look at Ali's toughest fights, and that was to Joe Frazier. Stylistically, Joe Frazier was his hardest matchup.
Ken Norton too.
But you got
Ken Norton gave him
Okay.
hell in all those fights, man.
But you
All-
gotta-
and
you
all
gotta-
three.
Listen to me,
Listen,
AJ. In
Tony,
all
you
three
gotta-
fights, Ali spent weeks in the hospital after fighting Joe Frazier.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So that his body got better. My thing is this: when I look at Frazier, he was 5'8", 5'9". When I look at Mike Tyson, he's 5'10", 5'11". When I look at Joe Frazier, he's about 200 pounds. When I look at Tyson, he's 220. When I look at Joe Frazier, he liked to slip. Yes, his guard's a little different than the peekaboo, but he had the same type of slipping that caused Ali issues. However, Tyson was way faster. Tyson hit way harder. And under Costamato, bro, nah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just stylistically, I don't think Ali could beat him.
I mean,
But could he
wait,
last with Ali? It's like you got at least like 3 rounds to do it. So because I don't know if Tyson would have like say if it was 15 rounds, I think it would favor Ali. But if it was like shorter, yeah, I'd probably pick Tyson.
But Ali's got to pick you 15 rounds.
Well, plus that Ali that fought Joe Frazier wasn't quite up. He wasn't the same Ali, really, but
No,
I
he
can see
wasn't.
what you're saying about the styles.
Well, Jay, he was. The first time they fought, Ali lost. And that was in Ali in his prime before he went away for them 3 years because of
I
Vietnam.
thought that was after.
Oh, that was
I thought he
after.
fought-
Tony, that was
Yeah.
after. That was
Yeah,
after.
that was after.
No, they
It
fought
was.
once. They fought once before the exile, twice after the exile.
No, Tony, it was after. It was after.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
after.
3 fights. It was after.
Are
Yeah.
you sure?
Positive,
Yeah, I
positive.
think
Because
they were all
because
out.
Tony before he fought Frazier, he had 2 comeback fights against Oscar Bonavena and Jerry
Yeah.
Corey. Then he fought Frazier after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all after. So he wasn't. He had that long layoff, and you could look at him physically and tell he wasn't quite the same. But I could see what you're saying about Tyson having that same kind of style with more power. So, I mean, Tyson might be able to pull it off. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but I look at the speed of Tyson. Nobody talks about his speed.
Yeah, he's
He was fast.
now.
He was fast as hell. He was.
Yeah, it was.
That's
Are
why I
we
say
gonna
Jake
talk about
Paul's
this
gonna get
farce?
his elbow.
I'm gonna make all y'all mad right now. I'm gonna make
Yep,
every single person on
say
this panel mad, and I'm gonna make everybody in the chat mad.
Oh,
Look
shit.
here. If this fight is real, I'm sorry. If it is, I pray it's scripted. Because if it's not, Jake Paul is going to knock him the fuck out.
No,
It's gonna be ugly. And I'm from New York. I'm telling you, he's going to get hurt.
against Jake
I don't
Paul,
think-
the
That's
same
what I
guy
was
that took
saying.
punches
I
from
knew you were
Ray.
gonna go there, Tony.
I don't know.
After Jake Paul, you got a dude who is in his prime, in his youth, who has nothing but time and money to train against a guy who's pushing 60. Tyson will be 58 years old when he gets into the ring. He's not going to be able to take the shots.
Okay, let's do like Showbiz says. Let's take out the age. Just look at both of them train, and you tell me who looks more ferocious. Just forget the age. Just look at them train. Who
Jake
looks
Paul.
bigger? Who looks faster? Who looks stronger?
Jake Paul. Jake Paul.
Jake Paul looks faster than Mike?
Jake Paul.
Nah, not at all.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul's
Jake
gonna get
Paul-
to the
Jake
ER
Paul
if
does
this is a
not live his
legitimate
fighter's
fight.
life. I know
You
he
got
doesn't
to
live
remember, Mike
his life.
Tyson is taking punches from Ray
y'all
Reddick,
are
Lennox Lewis.
like, Jay, this is what all y'all are like. Y'all know your girl is for the streets, but you love her. And you don't want to accept the fact that everybody talking to her. Because you're blind. You
Get
love
outta here,
her.
man.
You listen with your heart. You remember the good times y'all used to have. When y'all used to hold hands and kiss in the park. Them days are long gone. I'm sorry. Everybody's thinking about Tyson. This is what I look at. Tyson in his last fight, he quit in the ring. He said, I don't have it anymore. I can't do this anymore. Then he fucking goes
that was against Danny Williams,
Jr.
man.
And he looks like he's 90 years old in the ring with Roy Jones. All them training videos, they didn't translate to the ring with Roy.
Well, they had a no knockout clause in that contract.
They
And
did.
guess
You know
what?
what?
They're
You know what
gonna have
Jake's not
another
gonna
one with
have?
this fight.
Jake is not going to have a no knockout clause, and he's going to knock him the fuck out. He's going to talk
Nah,
more
it's not gonna
shit
be a real
like
fight.
he knocked out a prime Mike.
I'm taking all bets for that. I'm taking all bets for that Tyson Jake Paul fight.
You're going to lose. You're going to lose all bets.
Do you think a guy that's taking blows from Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and he's going to come in there and get knocked out by Jake Paul? Like, come on now.
Jake, he's 58 years. Okay.
I'm 50.
Hold on. Outside of golf, name me one explosive sport where a 58-year-old keeps up with anybody.
Hey, check this out. There was a girl in my comments just said her dad is 72 and knocked out some dudes that was in their 20s that tried to rob the house. And the whole neighborhood was like, oh, he's our hero. People put way too much emphasis on age, man. Look what George Foreman, what did George Foreman do to Michael Moore? He was 44. Michael Moore was 26. What happened?
Yeah, he was 44 and he was getting his ass whooped the whole fight and got lucky and caught Michael late in the fight. Now, moving past that, there's a huge difference in being 44 and 58. Like, you got to understand, your body starts to break down in an accelerated pace the older you get.
Foreman was 45.
Yep.
Well, 13 years difference.
No.
Like, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. Look, and the 70-year-old man might have beat up two dudes who never been in a fight in their life. That's possible. But we're talking about a dude who is training. And the one thing about Jake is this: you can't fake power. And regardless how bad you may think he is, he's got power. And when that power collides with a 58-year-old chin that can't move its head out the way because it's reacting too slow, it's over.
So let me ask you this. Then if Jake is so ferocious, how did he lose to Tommy Fury?
Tony doesn't think he lost. He thinks Jake got robbed.
Well, he didn't lose that fight. He got robbed first.
Yeah, I think so too.
If he could punch so good, he should have knocked Tommy out.
Well, he put him on his ass.
Well, that was like a jab that he was off balance. That wasn't no like power shot.
He put him on his ass.
Well,
there is no way.
You know what Jake can do? Jake can say the same thing that Deontay Wilder said. He's knocked every single person down he's fought.
Yeah, but look who he's fought.
Legends.
Basketball players, dudes from the MMA. First time he fought a boxer, he lost.
Okay, let me ask you this. Well, I disagree with that. He beat Tommy Fury. He got robbed. But regardless of the case, he's fought two more boxers since Tommy and knocked them both out. And both of those guys were Golden Gloves champions.
You know, I think I actually saw one of those guys when I got my oil change. I think he was working the windows, but whatever. So
you have to understand, Jake Paul, the fact that a guy like Jake Paul, whether you believe he won or not, was competitive with a guy who's been boxing as long as Tommy Fury tells you something. This dude had zero amateur experience. Everything he does is in the ring as a pro. The level of opposition that he's fighting is higher tier than all your favorite boxers when they started boxing.
Do you know how many older people I've seen knock out younger people in the street and the ring? You know how many times I've seen that?
How many older people have you seen knock out peak prime training nonstop boxers?
Well, they were all training about at the same gym.
Can I be honest though? I don't think Jake Paul lives a fighter's life. I think he fucks around too much.
Yeah.
And plus, I think him and Amanda Serrano are hooking up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
wouldn't
about I
doubt
thought
it.
about that too. Honestly, I have. Because look how quickly he came to her defense. Like after the whole, she had to pull out and stuff. Like, well, I know he's a promoter, but I'm just saying he's been way too cordial.
You know what, AJ?
Yo.
Maybe the real reason why she didn't take the fight was because he couldn't pull out.
I mean, I thought Jake had bad aim, man. That she claims she had hair in her hair gel in her eye. Yeah, sure.
But like, I mean, seriously, when she came to the ring and made the announcement, I'm like, well, I'm sorry you can't fight Amanda, but this would have been nice to mention maybe, I don't know, it's 5 hours ago. or maybe 6, or maybe the day prior. So,
but you got. I will say this: allegedly, they refunded everybody their money.
Yeah.
No, but I know why they did it. I mean, because if they'd have probably done, nobody would have showed up. I mean, but then they had to do, like you said, they had to do refunds anyway, so they might as well have just told everyone, like beforehand.
Yeah.
But anyway, so poor girl.
Yeah, back circle, I just bit the shit out of my lip. That shit hurt so bad.
What you eat, man?
I'm eating some barbecue. You know what? Let's do this. This is what was just handed to me.
Oh,
barbecue chicken, fried,
asparagus.
Looks good.
Yeah, eating good, Tony.
Yeah, man,
you know what? Maybe I should get on camera while I'm eating. Hold on. But yeah, back full circle. I'm sorry. I can't see a 58-year-old. Look, I just can't see it. I can't see a 58-year-old beating a dude who has. This is what nobody thinks about. This dude has unlimited resources and nothing but time. He's training with world champions 24/7. Eventually, you're going to get good.
Yep, that's true. I mean, like, I see what Tony's talking about. I mean, everybody, because like, even though I want Mike to win, if this is an actual fight, I don't think he's going to pull it off. Unfortunately, even though I do want Mike to win, I'll be rooting for him. I'm not going to watch it anyway because I'm not seeing that clown shit. But it is what I mean. Like, because honestly, like Jake, like, what is there to gain from him beating a washed up, 58-year-old Mike Tyson?
I mean, that's the same like in pretty much all the fights he's had. Like especially when he fought Anderson Silva, it was kind of the same sentiment for the MMA fans. It's like, bro,
it's a troll. That's what it is.
Yeah,
man. It's like, yo, I beat your favorite fighter up, man.
But think about Anderson.
That's pretty much it.
Anderson was still in his 40s.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, look, man, there's two things undefeated in fighting. One is father time, the other one is women. Both those cause defeats all the time.
True that. For real.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because we see Evander get blasted, and that was terrible.
Well, Evander's been in too many wars. Every fight he had was just about a war. So he's, I mean,
I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did, especially after his health scare in the early 90s.
Yeah.
But Tony, you said women. It's like, it's alleged that Keith lost to Manny because he kept staring at his wife.
I thought his mom put the curse on him.
Yeah,
freaking hexed him.
There's a lot of excuses out there.
But I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave it dead. I'm scared for Tyson. I'm scared he's going to get hit, and he's gonna go down, and he might not get up because you're 58 years old taking a shot to the head by somebody trained to throw it. It's not like I believe Tyson could fuck up a lot of 20-year-olds who don't know how to fight. But if you're trained and you know how to throw a shot and you land cleanly, age matters.
Yeah, that's the also thing. I just remember a time where like commissions didn't allow you to like fight after a certain age. Even at the amateurs, there's like a certain time when you're like a masters, you can't fight after a certain time. Like at a certain age.
I know one thing. I'm 51, and I dare any 20-year-old to knock me out. I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Hey, you said you won?
I'm 51, and ain't no 20-year-old can. I can't even find a 20-year-old to keep up with my workouts, let alone knock me out. It's just not gonna happen.
Don't get in the ring with Jake Paul. Then
I
don't do
will,
it.
I will beat the brakes off. I will fight Jake Paul for free. I will beat the brakes off Jake Paul. And I'm 248 right now. I will. Oh man.
I got my
And
money.
like
My money on Jay Roos.
It's like Mike Tyson's trainer said, Mike's training to kill, Jake's training to fight. He said Mike's training to kill.
He's got 1 round to do it. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I'm a virtual. I'm a Viso. I'm a virtuoso. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that too.
I think this way back. Y'all remember the Lennox Lewis fight, right? Tyson had 1 round in him then, and then Lennox just went to town on him until he knocked him out.
Tyson had 2 rounds before he looked like he was exhausted.
All right, 2, 1, 2 at most. I mean, but still, like,
well, you got to remember, AJ, in the second round, Tyson had Lewis running for his life.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he did. He did start off early, but after he just, man, God, sorry. Watching that fight is hard. It's tough.
Speaking of comebacks, you know who else is making a comeback?
Shannon Briggs.
That's another one. He's supposed to. Well, that Rampage fight was supposed to then happen.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Shannon's coming back?
Shannon's supposed to fight Rampage.
Shit.
Yeah,
that's like 3 years. Like that's like a couple years, like overdue now, which is making me mad.
Wait! I thought that clout, man. I thought that fight was supposed to happen in February.
Yeah, they finally signed it now.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen a while ago.
That should have happened 2 years ago.
Well, it should have happened many years ago, but I thought they had already signed it for last February, and it never happened.
Yeah, something had happened. They had talked about it like a long time ago, and I don't know. Shannon Briggs probably got caught with some more steroids in the system or something.
Y'all know why I like Shannon Briggs for one reason. I like him for 2 reasons. One is fight with Lennox Lewis. I don't care what anybody says. It's probably one of the funniest heavyweight title fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, I love that fight.
He just kept getting dropped, and he wouldn't stay down. He kept getting up. He was like that video game character who just like that. Just you think you beat him, then he just keeps getting to his feet.
Yeah, that was a good fight, man.
Then he fought Jason Statham in the Transporter too, and he yelled like a girl when he got smashed by the boat. But he put hands on Jason, though. I'll give him that. So
No, I was gonna say Gabe Rosado is coming back.
No.
Really?
You know what? Fuck it. You know why?
What's going on, dog? Hold on.
Care.
Here go my $100 bet right here. This is who the $100 bet's with. That Devin Haney's gonna get that ass whooped by Ryan Garcia. So here's my $100 bet. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, I want Ryan to win.
You want him to win? You said?
Listen, he got the Illuminati back in him now, so of course he's gonna win.
Yeah, Ryan's talking a lot of truth. I think he's mixing in some crazy talk so they can to try to throw him off. But he's saying a lot of truth. He's just doing it in a weird way.
And you know what I picked up on? Ryan is talking about time traveling. He's already fought Devin 100 times. He's gonna beat him.
I'm with you on that one, Tony.
Talk about time travel.
Hey, this motherfucker is a time traveler. He's already fought him enough to know how to win.
So he did the interdimensional galaxy. He's beaten him in every dimension.
Every dimension, all the MCU verses. He's beat them in every fucking earth.
Shit. He probably used the time stone. That's probably how he knows.
Hey, what up, man? Salute to my brother Tony, man. Shout out to my brother Tony. AJ, man, everybody on the panel, much love and respect. Shout out to y'all family.
What up, Dub? Salute, man.
Shout out.
Salute
I gotta tell you, hey, Ryan, and shout out to my brother Tony for making the bet, being a man of his word, and that's why I got love and respect for him, because if he say something, he stand on it. I ain't got no problem with it. Ryan Garcia, I agree with a lot of what he's saying. I ain't gonna hold you. Outside of boxing, I agree with a lot of that shit. The Bohemian Grove, the quote unquote conspiracy shit, I don't really think it's a conspiracy. Or let me rephrase it. I don't think it's a theory. I think there is a conspiracy. Let me put it that way. And so I ain't got no problem with that. My question is he focused on the damn fight? Because even though I can agree to all of what he's saying, I can agree to it. One thing I'll tell you is that Devin ain't talking about none of it, and that nigga is in the gym. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee it. And so is Ryan Garcia in the gym like that? That's what fights are won.
Oh, he is. He is,
Well,
and he's
he
driving
says he
Derrick
is.
James. He's driving
Yeah, he
Derrick
says
James
he is.
crazy. Have y'all seen Derrick James?
AJ, is that in a good way or a bad way? Crazy.
Oh, a bad way. Derrick looks fed up. Derrick looks fed up with his ass, bro. I'm not even kidding. He looked like he wanted, like, oh Lord, I need to get the hell up out of here. Like,
You gotta understand, AJ, that's because they spent 100 years together in this 1-2 month training camp because of all the time traveling. So of course they're gonna be annoyed with each other.
Man, see, now we done went way too far outside of boxing because we talking about 100 years in time travel.
He got
He
a
put him in
UFO.
rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. He took him to the hyperbaric time chamber. Hyperbolic.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's been training underneath like 10 times Earth gravity.
This nigga is Goku. This nigga is Goku right now. God damn.
Hey, Doug, don't get mad if he pops a sensu bean in the corner.
Ooh,
I say
hey,
Ryan's more like Android 17 to me.
hey, he was able to. He got out of the way of the destructo disc. He got out of the way. He got out of the way.
He did.
He got out of the way. So I'm just saying, Krillin ain't never hit nobody though, so it don't even matter. Well, he hit the tail one time. He hit the tail one time. Anyway, whole nother story. Hello?
Yeah, we're
We're here.
Well, damn, shit. All I'm saying, this all I'm telling you is Ryan Garcia, the man got to punch his chance in the fight. Although I think he's talented, I don't think he's dedicated enough to the sport. The man has never been a champion. He's never been a champion. And then you got to understand he's fighting somebody like a Devin Haney. Hey, my brother, Tony brought something out that I do agree with to some degree. Now I can agree with you, but that don't mean I totally agree with you. I agree with certain points that you bring out. And when you brought out the size advantage, you know what I'm saying? The thing is Ryan Garcia got the size advantage, Devin Haney got the length advantage. But then at the same time, Devin Haney is more dedicated and a better boxer than Ryan. Outside of a puncher's chance, if this fight go the distance, do you give Ryan a chance?
Yeah. Because we already know Devin's character. If he gets hurt really bad, he's going to quit fighting. He's going to look to hold on for dear life, and he's going to go negative. So if he goes negative because he gets stung real bad, he can lose on the scorecards.
Yeah, we've already seen why Ryan quit. Let's not forget that.
Hold on. Who did we see Devin hurt bad against?
Linares.
All right, that's what I knew we were going with. And at the same time, if you go look at that fight, Devin beat the shit out of Linares the entire fight. Outside of the time he got hurt, he was putting hands on him. And so this is what I'm telling you. Hold on, this is what I'm telling you. This is that the Devin that you're talking about that Linares fought is a different Devin than today. And the problem is the same fighter the same Ryan that fought Luke Campbell is the same fighter we see today. That's the difference. Is that one has developed and the other one hasn't. He ain't put the work in the way Devin has. And when you go and niggas were telling me Devin was gonna get knocked out by Regis, and I'm sitting here like, man, he finna put hands on Regis, and then he go and beat the shit out of Regis. And get what they tell you, he ain't stopped Regis. Oh, okay. If that's what we going with, that's fine. I ain't got no problem. But I do know that skills pay the bills in the sport of boxing, and the skill set that Devin brings to the ring is different from what Ryan brings to the ring. Ryan has a puncher's chance.
So I want to say this. You've already proven yourself to be wrong once tonight, and I'm going to correct you from earlier. You said Krillin never hit anything, and he was hitting Android 18 the whole fucking series. So now let's move on.
I wasn't talking literal. I got you though. Fact. No. You right. You got it.
Babies.
Hey, that's that Dragon Ball Z talk. I ain't mad at it. At all. I love it.
Here's the thing, though, Doug. Here's the thing. Fight or flight. True colors are only shown when your back's against the wall and you got nowhere to go. Outclassing fighters, I don't look at that. I look at you at your worst and see what your character is. And we've already seen him at his worst, and we know what his character is. He's a flight. He's not a fight. When he gets hurt, he's going to shell up. Now, because he's been outclassing people, you haven't seen that side of him. It's been easy for him, but let it get hard. And then you're going to see the character come out. It's going to reveal itself again. It's built in you. It's within your DNA. You're either going to fight or you're going to flight. You can't change the stripes. Now,
so how do you speak on Ryan about that though? Speak on Ryan in that same aspect.
Yeah, we can speak on that. So 100% non-weight drained. Ryan Garcia, he got dropped by Luke Campbell, got up and stopped him. Now, if you want to use the Ryan that got in there against Tank against him, then by all means do that. But you're about to see a whole different person. You're about to see a whole different beast. This isn't going to be a Ryan who's weight drained, who wasn't allowed to rehydrate on time, that was delayed by 3 hours, who couldn't put on weight. You're going to see a guy firing at all cylinders instead of somebody who's 60% in the ring. See, that's what people like to look over. Tank Davis is such this great fighter, but he needed every advantage against Ryan. But Ryan shit, but he needed every advantage. That's crazy to me. That's real crazy. So all I'm saying is this. Devin, when he gets caught, and he will, he's going to go negative. And when he goes negative, if Ryan can't stop him, he can keep him so negative that he can win the fight.
Hey, well, I ain't mad at it. I want to hear everybody else's opinion, but one thing I will say is that I know you believe in what you're saying because your money speak for it. Same way I believe what I'm saying. So we're gonna see what happens, but it's easy work for Devin. It's gonna be easy work. That's my opinion. I'll pass the mic.
Yeah, Ryan's a quitter. Next.
I'll say this, man. I think Ryan has the well. It's always the ever the cliche puncher's chance. I don't see any other weapon out of Ryan Garcia's punch arsenal other than that snapping left hook. But to me, he's still green, but he has a lot of hype behind him, man. It's like I seen him try to do that against Tank, and it's like he almost made him look like he was fighting, in his dream. Like he wanted to hit him, but he just couldn't. He just didn't know how to set it up, and that to me is what really what Ryan gets it fucked up is his ring IQ, like when to throw, where to throw, and where you position that on the ring, and I don't think he's quite there, all there mentally, because like the way he's promoting this fight, man, it's like, yo, dog, you're doing too much, man. Like, shut the fuck up and focus on your training.
Thank you, Biso. Thank you.
I'm just saying, man. Like all this crying, all this stuff. Like, man, come on, you're doing too much, to promote this fight. I get it. You're different. It's a new age. We got to be accepting. Blah blah blah. But just relax, man. Just be a fighter. Once you're done with this, man, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. But just keep your head in the fucking game, man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. Yo, Prodigal, you want to speak on it? Jay, you want to speak on it?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think Devin Haney's gonna definitely outwork him. I just don't know how well he's gonna respond to getting really hit on the chin by Ryan. I mean, if Tank Davis was beating him around the ring like he was a paper doll, then I don't know. I know that was a long time ago and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe Ryan's really focused and he's just trolling everybody. I don't know, but I'm hoping Ryan wins, but I wouldn't be shocked if he, loses by decision.
I'm hoping at least Ryan, fights with effort, not this bullshit.
Yeah. It kind of just depends on which one shows up, on which Ryan will show up. But I will say,
we still haven't seen the Ryan Garcia we want to see, but
that's also true.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about which versions of Ryan, like, are we talking about like the one in his last fight? Because I hope that one don't show up. That one was weird as fuck. Even though he got the win.
It doesn't matter what Ryan shows up. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I hear what y'all saying. It doesn't matter what Ryan shows up. The reason it doesn't matter is because the fights used to be close. They used to be close back in the amateur days with these two fighters. Devin is just more dedicated. He's more dedicated to the sport than Ryan, regardless of what you want to say. And I agree, Ryan. I think he's more physically gifted than Devin. I do believe that. At the same time, we all. I mean, even in basketball, I'm a basketball player myself. Well, we always say hard work beat talent every day of the week.
Mm-hmm. And Devin's hard work.
And,
Well,
Ryan is more, but Ryan don't work in the gym like Devin do. And this is, I mean, if you think I'm lying about it, go ask Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso. Go ask Joe Guzman. You know what I'm saying? Go ask these dudes, and they don't. I'm not the one saying it. They the ones saying it. So
hard work doesn't always win because Mike Tyson said he was high for most of his fights in the 80s.
Mike Tyson, but you're using, and shout out to you because Mike Tyson, me and Mike Tyson got the same birthday, so you know I'm gonna defend him. That's my favorite fighter of all time, respectfully. At the same time, Mike Tyson, the one thing he always physically gifted. He was more physically gifted than a lot of dudes was, and then he had a trainer who imposed a style on him from a young age that was we ain't seen nobody be able to operate with that style even today. Pitbull Cruz tried to, but he ain't even got the peekaboo style. He can't do it that way that Mike was doing it. So I mean, things fell together really well for Mike, especially with him being at the heavyweight division at what 5'11", and he fighting niggas that's 6'7" and shit like that. So it fell together really well for him, but that's not something that normally happens. That was an admiration.
I mean, I agree with you for the most part, but you only had to go back that far. We could go to this era right now. We go Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury can be fucking coked up, fuck 10 dudes in a row, because he does, and still get in the ring fat as fuck like a whale and win his fights. Like, God-given talent can overdo hard work if the God-given talent is greater than your hard work. You just have some people who are born different, born more gifted, and they can get off the fucking couch and beat the shit out of you no matter how hard you train. It is what it is. And that's what Usyk's about to find out coming up very soon.
But that could be very true. And I can't disagree with you, Tony. The problem is that's not Ryan Garcia. It ain't Ryan Garcia. That's all I'm arguing. And I agree with you when you say and you make these different comparisons, but Ryan Garcia is not that guy. He's not.
I agree. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. I agree. But when he beats the shit out of Devin, he's gonna look like that guy.
All right. Hey,
Devin makes him quit first.
And that's why I respect Tony, because what Tony say he believe and he put his money where his mouth at. I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, I just even though Ryan's never been a champion, he has beat 2 world champions. He beat Fedor, or I'm not sorry, not Fedor. Why the fuck did I say Fedor? I don't even know because we was talking about him earlier.
Fortuna.
Yeah, he beat Fortuna, and he beat
Luke Campbell won the champion.
No, he was never a champion. He beat
Luke Campbell won the champion.
So he beat he beat a Reggie champ. That's it.
Well, no,
he beat somebody else, didn't he? He beat somebody else.
He was a 2-division champion. And he beat what's his name? The little short dude. He knocked him out of like the start of the fight with the left hook. Fonseca. So Fonseca
he was never a champion.
Fonseca wasn't a champion though.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
At what division?
He challenged for a title. He never won one though. He fought Tank and Tevin. He lost to both of them.
Agreed.
Tevin needs a UD. Tank stopped him.
Maybe I'll say he fought Tank, and even though I think Tank a Reggie champion, regardless, it don't even matter.
Tank is a Reggie champ. You're right, he is.
And so I mean, I'll give you that. I don't know who Ryan ain't really beat nobody. He beat Javier Fortuna.
Well, Fortuna would be his best win. Period. On
Easily.
paper, on paper, that's his best win by
What
far.
What you got in the ring as his best win? Luke Campbell?
I mean, people like to make a big deal about Luke Campbell dropping him, and they act like Luke Campbell ain't got fucking heavy hands. Luke Campbell's knocked out 80% of the people he's fought. So
But
I think also at like age as well, because Luke Campbell was also like an Olympic gold medalist, I believe.
Agreed. I agree. I agree with the Olympic gold medalist. I agree with that piece of it. But at the same time, Luke Campbell was never truly. He was never a truly established.
He was never a leader
pro
world level.
boxer.
Every time
No,
he
yeah,
stepped
he
up,
was like
He was never
fringe world level.
exactly. He was never a world level boxer.
every time he stepped up, he lost. Loma, Linares, and Ivan Mendy, those guys. So
yeah, I don't disagree. And he lost to Ryan when he stepped up.
Agreed.
that too.
Look, I just look at it like this. Every time Devin fights somebody his own size, he struggles. That's why he's only fought midgets lately, and he only gets in the ring with midgets.
He also struggled with Lomachenko. You got to say that.
He lost to Lomachenko. I don't give a fuck.
He did.
Okay, cool. Hey, if you have it that way, I ain't got no problem with it. All I'm saying is once again we talking about ATG. Lomachenko. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Is Lomachenko an all-time great?
We had this debate some time ago, actually.
He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of
Famer.
Probably not ATG though, not that. He's all.
I wouldn't rate him.
All right, cool. No problem with it.
My thing
go ahead.
is you don't get beat by Teofimo Lopez and you're an ATG.
True.
I got you. I'm
I'm
not gonna disagree with that.
Because then Teo lost to Georgia right after that.
Put on them pockets.
But at the same time, all I'm gonna say is that it was a close fight with him and Devin. If you got Loma winning, I ain't got no problem with it. The judges saw it a different way, and at the end of the day, I mean, it's been a lot of questionable fights out there. What we would consider robberies. At the same time, it is what it is.
Teo lost his recent fight, in my opinion.
Which one? Ortiz. I had him lose Ortiz too. Yeah, I did.
He lost it, but he also lost to Sandro Martin. So
that too. Yep, that too.
But at the same time, we can't criticize them for getting those W's because the judges, for some type of reason, seen it however they seen it. I don't understand it, but
Nick Ball also got robbed recently as well.
Hold on. The actual facts. Would Ryan beat Loma?
Absolutely. Oh, my bad.
I don't think Ryan. Well, I don't know. I'll say this. I don't know if Ryan could beat Loma, but Loma there would be a lot of opportunities for Ryan to land the left hook on Loma.
What weight class? If it's at 35, it's a questionable fight. If it's at 40,
35. He already proved that against Tank. He can't function at 35.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's at 40, no, Ryan knocking Loma out.
Yeah. That's 140 is too big for Loma. He can't go that far. He's already. I mean, the 135 is already too much for him.
And see, the thing is, if Ryan ain't made 35, and who knows how long?
A long time. That's just what the Luke Campbell fight, I think.
Yeah. Like it's been crazy for Ryan. So if it happened at 40, Ryan knocking his ass out. If it happened at 35, I'm taking Lomachenko.
I got Loma at 35. Yeah,
I got Lomachenko.
Yeah, I mean, but let me ask you.
That's crazy. Right. That's crazy how 5 pounds matter that much, though.
For real. But let me ask you this right quick. Do you guys think Teo and Ryan see the same life coach with all the bizarre stuff they be saying?
Wow.
I mean, because y'all saw Teo's post-fight interview after his last fight, right?
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. You know how you have highlights of the best shit talkers, whether it be Ali, Mike Tyson, etc.
Yeah.
Teo has got to be in his own category as the worst shit talker ever, and there should be highlight clips of just the
who addresses people
nonstop.
He should be backwards. It'd be backwards though. His shit talk be backwards. I'm like, you don't need that. Ain't what you're supposed to say right now. Oh, go ahead. My bad, AJ.
I'm saying, who addresses people as humans? I mean, who said I don't listen. When he said what does he talk? Why is he calling everybody? Why is he calling people humans? What the fuck is that all about?
Who cussed the fans out? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Teo. I will say I do think, and I say this. I think T.O. he need to get away from T.O. Senior. Not fully, but as far as training goes,
That's
I
what I've
think
been
to
saying
make
for
him
time.
a better boxer. But it seemed that he's starting to take on some T.O. Senior personality traits. So it's interesting to watch.
What's that is a negative influence, I think, honestly. And I understand he probably loves the guy, but just he ain't. I mean, as far as this training goes, I think he's probably taking him as far as he could. And honestly, I think I wish he would have kept Joey Gamache on and made him like his main trainer.
What do you guys think of Bill Haney?
He
I
need
like
to shut that. Hey, as the number one Devin Haney fan on the panel right now, I'll go ahead and make that clear. Bill need to shut the hell up.
nah.
Shut the hell up.
I
Hold on.
disagree. I like Bill. I like Bill. I like
Hold
Bill.
on. Wait. This is the thing. This is the thing. I ain't got no problem with him. And I understand he got a role to play as a promoter. He got a role to play as a father, as the CEO of Devin Haney Promotions. He got a role to play.
Hey, I watched
And,
Devin is gonna look like him in 30 years.
oh man. And at the same time, there becomes the point where Devin is now kind of starting to move into that next level. And you gotta let Devin speak for himself to some degree, because shit, some of the stuff you be saying, and then Devin come out and say some shit. That shit don't be adding up. And I'm like, hold on up, bro. Y'all go ahead.
All I gotta say is this: what you gonna do when you gotta pick up the Rougarou?
Beat his ass like they did.
What you gonna do when you gotta pick up the Rougarou?
Tony,
Yo,
you
I
didn't
like Bill.
address
I like Bill.
a
Bill
fight
is
today.
like the greatest hype man.
Hey. Was the did the Rougarou get knocked down in that fight?
Yep.
Yes.
I
He did.
did. Ain't nobody lied. Ain't nobody lied about that, man. What you gotta do? And it proved they couldn't do shit because Devin kept putting hands on his ass.
Well,
Same thing gonna happen to Ryan. That's the same thing that's gonna happen to Ryan.
We all knew Regis was gonna lose that fight. He looked like shit against Gorilla. He looked old.
Yeah.
And we all know Ryan gonna lose to Devin.
We gonna
Tony,
see.
real quick. Did you see the White versus Hammer fight?
No, but I heard it was a third round knockout for White.
Yeah.
Yep. He had Hammer quit after the third round. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
Hammer,
Christian
and
Hammer
Dillian called him a
disappointing.
coward to his face. He kept saying, "You're a coward."
Christian Hammer, that man, he disappointing. He very disappointing.
I mean, he really wasn't meant
What
to
else
be
were we?
much.
What else were we expecting? I mean, we all knew White was gonna. We all knew Dillon was gonna win somehow. So I wasn't expecting much from that fight.
But
Anyway.
but you wasn't expecting the man to quit like that.
Well, no, I mean, but it doesn't shock me either. So I mean, this is what his 12th loss. So.
Well, fellas,
Hey.
I gotta run, man. It's good talking to you guys, man.
Hey, salute to you,
All right,
Sam.
Biso. For sure, man.
Thank you. Peace.
Look, I just want to see Dillian White and Deontay Wilder fight. That's all I want to see.
Or George Joyce.
I think
I don't know what's going on with Joyce. He didn't look right in that Cash Ali fight, though.
Well, I think I want to see Dillian White versus Wilder. I think, but I'm not really quite sure. I don't even know how that shit going.
I want to see it because it's so many years in the making. Like, he chased that dude for 3 years, never got a fight. There's no titles on the line. Let's set that up.
So you think Wilder's gonna fight him now with nothing on the line?
I think Wilder's retired. Like,
So
I don't think
so do I.
Yeah,
He's done. He's done. The path to Parker, he's finished.
Yeah, the thing about Wilder is he's like the traditional PBC fighter. Even though he left him, he's too inconsistent. He doesn't have enough fights to stay sharp.
And the first thing you hear when they get in the ring, my timing was off. Well, you're damn right your timing was. You ain't fought in 2 years.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't fight for 1 or 2 years.
What are you talking about? Right? What are you talking about? It's the worst shit I hear. Errol Smith, get in there. My timing was up. My God. I mean, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. My timing was off.
The thing I don't respect about Wilder is how he showed AJ respect and shook his hand, and the minute he left, he started talking trash. I'm like, dude, he was right there in your face, and you was all smiles and handshakes. Minute he leaves, AJ's scared of me. Like, dude,
I wouldn't have shook his fucking hand if I was AJ.
yeah, I would have been like, I ain't shaking your hand. I heard your interviews.
I don't know, man. AJ looked like he was about to cry when he was looking at Wilder.
Oh, stop that
Oh
shit, man.
nah, not at all.
He had a powder
AJ gave
face
him
the whole time.
that look he gave Usyk. I mean,
AJ looked like he was at the beach, built a sandcastle, and Wilder came and kicked it over in front of him. Like that dude looked like he was about to pout.
I saw something different.
Let me ask you this: if Joshua and Wilder were to fight next, who you got and how?
Oh, AJ would knock him out.
Okay, cool.
I always said AJ would beat Wilder.
Did you think that before the Day of Reckoning card?
No.
Okay.
I did.
My mind's never changed.
Yeah, me either.
You gotta understand. If AJ got in the ring against Wilder gun shy and didn't let his hands go, it would be over.
But Wilder's he does the same thing now too. That's how he fights.
Yeah, he has. Since Tyson Fury sparked him, he hasn't. Well, here's the thing. I don't think Malik Scott is a good trainer. He had zero information for Wilder.
He's a yes man.
Yep, Malik Scott is trash.
But you know what's so crazy? And I hate to say this. I rock with Roy Jones. Malik Scott, Roy Jones, as far as training goes, they're gonna train you to fight the way they fight. That's what they do. And we ain't never seen Deontay Wilder sitting there on the back foot. No, what are you doing? He's looking to set the right hand up. Everybody in boxing know what he's doing. And now all of it. Hold on. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at least if Roy tried to make you fight like him, Roy was a multi-division world champion. But Scott ain't never did shit. That dude was just garbage.
But the problem is, and I agree with you to some degree, but I disagree because you can't make a fighter. You got to take what a fighter do and enhance it and make them great at what they do. A lot of times you can't just force a fighter, especially somebody like Chris Eubanks, who got a father in the sport, who been trained a certain way his entire career, and now you want to come in and no, it don't work. That ain't how boxing work. Boxing don't work that way.
See, good trainers.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather be trained to fight like Roy, or would you rather be trained to fight like Malik?
Roy.
If those are my only two options, Roy Jr. Roy, of course.
That's what I'm saying. If those are the only two, like Roy by far.
But my argument isn't which one. My argument is that as a trainer, you take what your fighter do. You don't even train the same two. You can't train the same fighters the same or the two of the same fighters. You can't train them the same way.
You take what the fighter knows and make it better. That's what you do.
Right. You like there's some dudes they gonna have power. Other dudes got quickness. You got to take what a fighter do and enhance that and make them a better fighter. Now you're gonna work on what they struggle at, of course, but that ain't. You want to enhance what they do well. You got to, and so I'm not gonna change your style. Chris Eubanks Jr., the man, go look at his daddy. What he want to do? He want to hook with your ass. He want to punch with your ass. You feel me? You ain't gonna have him coming out there. And when he did that under Bomac, what he did, went and knocked Liam out. But then the fight before, when he come out there with his hands low and shit, what he did, get stopped.
Yeah, but
he
was dominating Liam up until Liam hit him with an elbow. Like he got clipped by an elbow, and that was what.
All right, if you want to go to elbow theory, I mean, I ain't saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying.
No. This is a theory. Egg weights, spike water, suit way too much. That's a theory. Like we could literally go back and watch the replay and see the elbow connect on Eubank.
Well, can somebody explain to me how Deontay Wilder would get Malik Scott to train him when he beat him? Like, why am I going to get a guy that I knocked out to teach me how to fight? Like, the logic. Like, I know he took a dive, but still, it's like, why? That makes no sense. I beat a guy in the first round or second round, and I'm gonna get him to teach me how to fight. Like, I should be teaching you.
No, it's not even like a freaking Mickey Ward and Arturo Gotti type of like relationship. Yeah. When Ward was like helping Gotti to fight, what is it? Didn't he help him to fight Mayweather?
That's like I take a guy's girlfriend and I ask the guy who I took the girlfriend from to teach me how to date.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I don't get that logic, but Deontay just wants people to kiss up and tell him he looks great when he doesn't, and And everything he does in the pads, like he looks great hitting the pads, but he don't do that in the actual fight. He don't throw no combos in the fight. He just stands there waiting to land one right hand.
By the way,
Listen,
Tony, right quick, could you blow up my photo? Or my profile pic? Best moment of the fight afterwards. I love that moment after the Parker fight.
all I'm gonna say is Charlie Zelenoff survived Deontay Wilder.
Yes, he did.
Incorrect.
Yes, he did.
Incorrect. Charlie Z beat him. For real. Charlie Z won that fight. You know why?
Why?
Why? There it goes. That's what I was waiting on. Because Deontay Wilder hit him while he was on the ground. That's an automatic DQ. You just got auto DQ.
But
I never looked at it like that.
But do y'all
You
remember
never
when he
got-
sucker? Y'all remember when he sucker punched Floyd Sr.?
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh, if that was my dude, he'd have been going to the hospital that night. I don't give a fuck, man. Seriously. I mean, I'd have, man.
Well, that one boy was
That's
fucking him
crazy.
up.
Oh yeah, I would have stopped hitting his ass. They would have had to pull me off him for real. Like, how you gonna sucker punch an old man seriously after you walked away? I mean, that dude has some problems. Like seriously.
Yeah, that's the world we live in now. Like keyboard warriors and cell
Exactly.
phone gladiators.
Exactly.
Word just broke. Apparently, Terrence Crawford is targeting the winner of Tszyu versus Fundora.
Good. Good.
I think Terrence has a shot against Tim, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if he could beat Tim. I really don't.
I don't see anybody ever beating Terrence Crawford, to be honest. I don't see that happening.
I think time will the only thing that beats him is time.
Yeah.
Bro, I think Canelo would definitely beat him. I think Janabek would probably knock him out.
Yeah, his cap is probably 160 or 168. I can't see him like moving past. Like honestly, it's hard to say if he even moved past 160.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep in mind he started at 135.
Yeah, he's a
That's what I'm
lightweight.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, there's very few fighters that can go 4 up, let alone 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because even De La Hoya, he wasn't a middleweight. He wasn't.
He was a
not.
glorified middleweight. I mean,
Yeah.
he was really just a super welterweight. I mean,
that's the highest. His cap was 154. 160 was a stretch too far.
yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, the Felix Sturm fights and the B-Hop fights told us that.
Yep, that killed him.
Well, even Floyd knew 5 weight classes was his cap because he could have fought Triple G at 160. And he
Yeah,
didn't want
it
to.
wasn't gonna happen.
He
It
got
wasn't
fucked up.
gonna happen.
He got fucked up.
At that same token, like Triple G should have fought Andre Ward at 168.
Yeah.
But I was when Ward couldn't fight, and he knew that. So
That probably would have helped Triple G prepare for Canelo. Like, I mean, in hindsight, like earlier, if he would have went to 168 a lot earlier.
yeah. So he get acclimatized, right?
Yeah.
I just 3 bumps. I can't see.
Crawford better hurry up, man. Seriously, the worst thing you can do is
What is he? Is he 36 or 37 now?
36. He'll be 37 this year.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I
man.
just-
He needs to stay active, man.
I can't see him beating Canelo. I can't even like you talking about a dude with arguably probably the best chin in boxing, and I just don't see how Terrence keeps him off of him.
No, he doesn't really have any, like, even though we're saying he's like a big guy, like he just
we all
walks
know he can
around
punch.
big.
Yeah, we all know he could punch. Man, that's
Yeah,
the worst way.
I don't know.
Power carry if he moves
That's
up.
the thing. I don't know if he'll be able to carry his power. And at the same time, Canelo hits you everywhere. And it's like, dude, it's but so many bicep punches you could take.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what he did to Charlo. Like Charlo went there from 154. He jumped up to 168, and he realized very quickly there was nothing he could do to hurt Canelo. And when Canelo stung him, it stung, and he didn't want no part of it. He was too small.
Yeah, he fought negatively the whole time.
Then when he got dropped in the 7th, he just checked out. He just went into survival mode after that. It's like
You guys are aware Terrence Crawford got shot in the head and drove himself to the hospital, right?
yes, we are. Yeah,
So you think he's gonna run for Canelo?
Pause. We gotta define what being shot in the head is. Like he got grazed. The side of his head got grazed. It's not like the bullet went through his fucking brain or through his eyeball. Like, come on now.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah, but
you hitting
just
me
the
when
fact,
Terrence Crawford was on 50 Cent status, getting shot like 5 times, and then just
but
taking
just the fact,
matter of fact,
just the fact.
Rose,
Go
the
ahead.
fact you brought that up, the fact you brought that reminds me who somebody said something absolutely ridiculous. I can't remember the guy, but I was on a live stream once, another channel. This guy, he was a Spence fanboy, and he said he tried to compare Terrence getting shot in the head to Earl Spence crashing and driving his car while drunk. He was trying to say like they were the same things.
No, completely different. And that car wreck is way worse than what that bullet did.
I mean, he was trying to inference like both things were within their control. So also Terrence asked to be shot in the fucking head. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That was out of his control.
Yeah,
Fuck no.
he was trying to say like that those were things that they could have controlled, or that he was trying to say pretty much Terrence getting shot was his fault. That's what he was pretty much trying to say.
Yeah, it's a lot of Spence fans out there that are weird. There's one channel still talking about that Terrence Crawford cheated, and that fight was what, October?
That's
like
crazy.
Crawford
No,
cheated. His
Spence
gloves were
did not
tampered.
look right in that fight. I still think he has like some latent like kind of brain trauma.
Yeah, he looked like he was asleep
from the car wreck, I think.
Yeah, I think he still like is kind of messed up.
Yeah, when you hear him talk, he sounds like something's not quite right.
He sounds punchy.
Like his faculties are not all there.
Punchy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I always picked Terrence to beat him. Always. Anyway, I always had Terrence beating Earl.
So did I. I even said knockout, and people thought I was crazy. I was like, he's gonna knock him out. No, he's not.
I got called delusional for saying that. I said the same thing. Delusional.
See, my thought was if Errol Spence was anything like when he fought Kell Brook, it probably would have been better. Like, I mean, obviously pre-car wreck, Errol, I feel like would have probably been like a more competitive fight. But
Agreed.
like since then,
Agreed. But I think Terrence still would have won though. It would have probably went. Maybe would have went the distance. Maybe it would have.
I think it would have went the distance. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Terrence
later rounds.
Or late stoppage, but it would have been more competitive. And the fact that you let Terrence you should have got him when he was there and beat Jeff Horn because he hadn't acclimatized to the weight yet. I mean,
I can't really use the car crash though as an excuse because he had some good fights after the car crash.
No, he certainly did. He certainly did.
Danny Garcia, he dominated those two. Stopped Ugas as well.
Yeah,
I thought the Ugas fight he looked real good. I thought.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I thought he was.
Because then he got all those like tattoos and stuff like that. And I mean, there's something to say. Like, I'm not saying tattoos are wrong or anything like that, but it's like, why are you covering your body with like
I could
all
ask
those tattoos?
about Ryan Garcia. It's like, what the hell is it on the fuck his fucking body?
And like, if you same thing with Conor Benn. Look at Conor Benn. And well, we already know what he's doing, but hey.
Yeah. I don't know. People think making their body look like a high school desk makes them look tough. Like, you write all over your desk in high school. They do that to their bodies now. Guess that's supposed to scare somebody. Whoa, he's got tattoos. I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, they say the weakest person on the block is the one with the most tattoos. People do that shit for intimidation, like you said.
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
about it.
Like they say, the emptiest wagon makes the most noise.
Yeah, but the thing about so here's the deal. Spence was in a car wreck. He came back. He had 2 good fights, right? But he took hits in both of those fights, regardless if he won them, especially in the Ugas fight. And it's just it all has a breaking point. You know what I mean? Like, was it completely damaged? No, but them 2 fights could have been the fights that finally pushed him off the edge.
And his lifestyle.
I was about to bring that up. Then when you take into account that he's drinking all the time, smoking all the time,
always blowing up in weight as well. So
blowing up in weight, and he's getting older in age, so recovery is a lot slower. And then he was in 2 more car wrecks since that car wreck.
Yeah. Now, mind you, one wasn't his fault. I think one guy hit him, but it's like, what the fuck is this guy with this guy car accidents?
He shouldn't be behind the wheel. His license should be suspended. You should have somebody driving him around.
After that, I'm like, dude, you better just use Lyft the Uber from now on. Shit.
That's one of the reasons I picked Crawford to beat him. I say the guys that live like a fighter outside the ring 24/7 are the guys that are probably going to win. you're sitting there partying and drinking and smoking, you're probably going to lose when your moment comes because you have no discipline.
Even like before the Sean Porter fight, he had. I think he blew up to like the early 190s before the Sean Porter fight, and I'm like,
Wow.
bro, what the hell? Like,
You eating too much of that Texas barbecue, too much jerk chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's next for Spence. I think if he fights Crawford again, it'll be the same results, maybe worse.
it's gonna be worse. Worse.
I think he's retired.
And once you talk about getting cataract surgery, because that's kind of what did whatchamacallit didn't that do Sugar Ray in when he had his detached retina?
Sugar Ray Leonard, yeah.
So it's like once you get talking about eye surgeries, it's like if you get hit in the eye again, dude, and especially with cataracts,
it's a wrap.
Nah, it's a wrap.
What it is I don't even know if I believe that shit because you can see cataracts. Like you could see the cloudy look over the eye, and I never seen his eyes looking like he had cataracts. I never saw the reflection of the light in his pupil. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of signs of having cataracts, and I've never seen an interview where it looked like he had it.
I mean that's fair. He always just had kind of like a spacey type of look. Every time he interviews though. So I don't know. But where is he going to campaign at? Is he going to just move up to 154? Because he probably can't make 147 anymore. Anyway,
who's he beat up there? That's what I'm wondering.
Is he going to try to get his belt back? I don't know. Is he going to try to fight Boots or somebody? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think he's retired. It's been too long since he's fought. I don't even know what's going on with Crawford. Like Crawford ain't been in the ring in forever either.
Yeah, that was both of their last fight is each other. So it's going on like a minute.
They both have been pretty inactive over the last few years.
It's just Crawford stays in the gym though. I don't think Spence does that.
No, he does. Yeah, that's true. He's a gym rat. He's always in shape.
Yeah.
Still, he needs to get fights in though to stay active because he's getting older. You know
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's kind of at an advanced age for the weight class, and then also moving up in weight. He should have moved up in weight a lot sooner.
Yeah,
he still got the belt, so it's like
he just dragged. Well, he has what? He has what? Two left? Because
you talking about Terrence?
Yeah,
he's got 3.
He still has the WBA, WBC, and WBO.
Yeah, only the IBF he doesn't have anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so you're gonna defend them belts to get rid of them? You know what I'm saying? Because you have to start fighting mandatories too, my guy.
He's probably gonna just especially if the fight when Fedora and Tszyu is for both the WBC and WBO, they'll probably just move up to fight the winner of that.
Man, he got honestly, if he has super status, he could just make himself Tim's mandatory after that.
No, he already did. He reached out to the WBO to say, "Hey, I'm gonna want to move up to challenge for that belt." Yeah,
nice for sure. Yeah, I see that as being more realistic than a Canelo fight, honestly. So
what Terrence needs to do is he needs to rush these fucking fights, fight Tszyu. Once he fights Tim, he moves up. Fights, I think Janabek's got the WBO. Fight Janabek if you could beat him. Then fight Canelo. Force your mandatory at the WBO.
Would he want to fight on Bob's card again? Is what I'm saying, because Janabek's on top rank. So
he don't have a choice if he want the belt.
Well, he could fight Charlo for the WBC.
Yeah, but he can't enact the mandatory.
No, he can, but they'll probably be a little sympathetic to him and whatchamacallit, because
Jamal for some reason. I don't know why. So.
Or whoever wins between Laura and Zarafa, he could probably fight that person for WBA. And let's say Laura wins that fight, which I think he might.
Yeah, I remember Magic.
What if he knocks out Laura? That would age, even though it's a really old Laura. I mean, that he can have that over Canelo. At least I knocked out Laura.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then he gets in the ring with Canelo and gets knocked out.
Yeah, I remember Magic Ball was now too at 154.
Now, truth be told, I don't think Canelo could knock Terrence out. I just think he walks through him.
See, that's a distance fight, and you think?
What's that?
That's a distance fight. That goes the distance if they would
Canelo
fight.
might be a little gun shy now too. To be fair, I don't think he's like wanting to knock people out anymore.
Been a while since he did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but even though it's been a while since he's did it, everybody he fights, he lumps the fuck up.
True.
But anyway,
except people. Except people.
any last words y'all want to say before I end the stream? Because I'm about to go take a shower and go to bed.
Yeah, I got to get ready for work too. No, that's
Yeah,
good.
same.
Pleasure chopping it up with y'all as usual.
Yeah,
All right,
enjoy
fellas. Have a good one.
guys.
All right, well, to the playback, and those still here, this is going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody jumping on. AJ, Prodigal, J Rules, Virtuoso, and Dubside. Many people on here have channels. J Rules has a channel. Dub Rightside has a channel, and Virtuoso has a channel. AJ and Prodigal, they need to make channels. But till then,
I had a channel, but I'm rebranding. I'm trying to rebrand. I'm trying to find out what to do next.
I didn't even know you had a channel.
Yeah, I used to have a channel.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Let us know when you got it up and running.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what should be my next kind of topic area. I haven't figured it out yet.
You should be recording all your physical therapy.
I don't do that anymore. I'm in a different career now, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
FBI?
No, not yet. Still working on it. But I got a different medical position now.
Well, whenever you make it to the FBI and you go undercover, you record your James Bond shit. So go to the casino, shaking our stirred, get the bad bitch on the roulette table, record all that.
Man, I'm trying to get my Swiss bank account and all that, trying to go way undercover with it all.
There it is. But y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all hopping on. If you haven't done it yet, hit a thumbs up and follow the channel.
Deuces,
And
fellas.
then we out.
See ya.
Peace.